Hey everybody, it's Saturday, January 14th, 2023. The project I'm trying to tackle today is building a door. I've made doors before, but never really like an interior door like this. So chose to use cedar. We went to Capital City Lumber, picked up some overly priced cedar, and we also got shiplap for the walls. That's that. But I'm gonna use these boards to do the frame of the door, and then inside of the boxes, I'm gonna use what's left of our tongue and groove cedar. So I'm also gonna finish out the bathroom with some cedar up on the ceiling, and then it's gonna be shiplap on the walls as well. So like I said, project for today, trying to build a door. So we'll see how it goes. So there's the basic frame of the door. Now I got to get the table saw out. I don't have a dado blade, so all I do is I move the fence of the table saw slightly over, and what I have to do is create a channel so that the cedar is recessed inside here. So pretty much most of the morning I'm going to be using a table saw, slowly cutting out a recessed area to put the tongue and groove cedar in. But that's the basics of the frame of the door. Emily's over here playing around painting one of her bee boxes. She found, or didn't find, Naj. There was a Naj is my uncle, Aunt Pam's husband. He found a place where this like neighborhood farm was selling the land, and there was this bee box there. So she picked up a free bee box. It's never had bees in it, or if it did, it didn't last very long. There's all the other parts to it, but she's painting the bee box, still working on that, getting it ready for the springtime. So see how we do. All right, so after about, I don't know, an hour of using the table saw, maybe it wasn't that long, but basically all you do is you put this up against the fence, you find out where you need to go, and you just run the table saw, but move the fence every pass through it until you got the notch. This one's easy to show. This is gonna be the middle support, so basically just using the table saw, you cut out a notch. These little things, Emily's dad had a blast doing this, pulling these things out. That's what Emily's up here doing now, so you don't get to see Emily much, she's always working. But just basically using a wood chisel and prying that stuff out, and then trying to make it so that the cedar can fit in there. And as a sample part of the cedar, we got a cedar tongue and groove. It'll fit in there just like that to make the inside of the door frame. So pretty cool. Like I said, it's kind of therapeutic. It's like picking at a scab, but it's kind of what we're working on. So the bottom part of the door is, well, it's not done, but we got the tongue and groove cut. Emily's working on cutting the top pieces. This piece isn't anchored in there yet, but I'm gonna take these really long timber lock screws. I'm gonna run those all the way into there. So there's already one going up through the bottom there. Pre-drilled it a little bit, so there's two on each side. Two going up there, two going up there. There'll be two coming from the top, and two coming from the top there, and then two from the sides, two from the sides. So, again, Emily's over there using the miter saw finally. But with this groove and this notch, what it does, it allows the tongue and groove to kind of expand a little bit and move, and hopefully not misshape or warp the door. It's going to warp a little bit just from the humidity, but trying to do what we can, but I think it looks awesome. Got the door finished up. Now we're just putting some decorative hardware on there. So that's the outdoor accents hardware you get from Lowe's. I think Home Depot sells some of it too, but putting those on there, they do add a little bit of support, I guess, but they also add more weight, but it's gonna look real good. We're not gonna hang the door today. There was a little chip in the wood down there that we're gluing, so taking care of that. Let it cure overnight and probably hang the door tomorrow. So we finished up the door and we held it up to the closet, and it was 5 3/4 inches too high. I forgot to subtract for the top and the bottom board. I even wrote down my math so I could prove that I was an idiot, and I don't know, it happens. But it's an easy fix. We just got to trim everything shorter. It's always better to be big than being too short, I guess. But we're gonna get it put back together and probably call it a day. The door's not hung, but we just set it there in place to see what it'll look like. And I don't know, after getting that fixed, getting it the right height, obviously now it fits where it belongs. And another good day out here at Deer Run Farm.